enthusiast. Our partner from finance is also here, and also my dear colleagues from the Rose Directorate. Good morning. Through you, Mr. Program Director, allow me first to extend my sincere appreciation to our stakeholders for taking time to attend this important consultation workshop. We look forward to receiving their comments, their inputs, to ensure that our strategy is inclusive and responsive to the needs of the Mosotho nation, as well as the regional, continental, and international community. The Rose Directorate is working on behalf of the community, especially the road users. With your support, we agree that our strategy will be very much successful. Being an employee of the Rose Directorate comes with a lot of challenges, especially when you are the Director General, the Director of all other staff who are working for the Directorate. In many ways, we look like we are the weather forecast. When the sun is shining and the roads are smooth, no one notices us. But the moment there is a single pothole, a stray of cloud, suddenly everyone becomes an expert in civil engineering. I'm sure you'll agree with me that at the time when you see a pothole, even if you are not an engineer, you can always advise, which is very important and which is very acceptable. Recently, some of my colleagues, when I was telling them that RD is developing a 5-year strategic plan that will be implemented from April 2026, they immediately asked whether I would provide a paved road on their villages. So, as a Rose Directorate, surely we wish that each and every village, especially in the urban areas, that we should have a paved road. But what I can assure you as a Rose Directorate, we are trying to move whereby we can make a paved road in almost everywhere in the country in the next 20. That time, but our intention is, our focus is we need to have a paved road all over the country. The current strategic plan that we are currently implementing was an outcome-based strategy anchored on a 4 perspective. The first perspective was a stakeholder perspective. At this perspective, we were trying to find out how should we appear to our stakeholders. We are having so many stakeholders. Our main key stakeholders is our road users. How do we appear to our road users? Under this perspective, we can inform all of you that we have completed more than 200 kilometers of the paved road, including Phuthehong, Maragabei Munonza, Mosotho Road, and Kofianan, Masian St. Michael's, as well as Roma. We hope by end of April, when this strategy is ending, the Roma will be also paved. We have also paved Malasawana Butabuti. During this strategy, we have more than 1,600 functional street lights in the CBD of Maseru, Mafapha Township, Mutsekua, Tabatseka Township, Neng, as well as Butabuti. We have introduced an emergency response program using our force account system. This includes regraveling of more than 250 kilometers of gravel roads, rebuilding bridges across Chang River, Kuru, Javato River, including Hajimis, completed a road reserve rollout program, and constructed over 30 rural footbridges. We have awarded more than 150 contracts for consulting services, construction, rehabilitation, and maintenance activities. These contracts amount to around 4 billion. Another perspective that we came across that has been one of our strategy in the last 3 years was financial perspective. What financial outcomes must we achieve? Our capital budget has significantly improved over the past 3 years from 300 million in 2022 to 1.7 billion in 2025-26 from the government of Lesotho. And also from 110 million to 300 million from the road fund. Additionally, we have secured $120 million from International Development Agency for the upgrading of Tabatsekakatsi Road, as well as Mosotho International Airport, runways and ground lighting. Another perspective was internal business processes. And what must we excel at to fulfill our mandate? We have several policies that have been approved by the board. We also have the strategies that were reviewed and approved. And also we have strengthened our governance as well as operational efficiency. We also have the people's perspective. How do we sustain? How do we sustain and improve our capacity? As an organization, we take people as the most important resources that we have. Without people, we cannot achieve. We implement a robust performance management system. We have strengthened our capacity building programs. We have enforced discipline and compliance. We attracted skilled talent and introduced a graduate development program, particularly in civil engineering, not only for the Roads Directorate, but for the industry at large. We also completed organizational and salary restructuring, and most importantly, we have rebranded our organization. We still have challenges that we are still addressing. In particular, we had a very serious challenge, a delayed payments to our service providers, especially consultants and contractors. But that is mainly of the system that we are having. So what I can assure you that we are working around the clock with the government to ensure that in our next strategy, that challenge that I hold. While we have recorded a notable success under the current strategy, which concludes at the end of this financial year, we still have gaps that are remaining and that we are intending to address in our next strategy. The new strategic plan that brings us here together today will introduce a measurable objectives across 6 strategic areas, including revenue diversification and also procurement streamlining. We will leverage technology, performance management system to ensure that this strategy is not only visionary but a practical implementable. The Roads Directorate is the custodian of about 6,000 kilometers of the national road network. This is not just a statistics. These are the arteries that connect our districts, urban centers, border posts. Of this network, about 2,000 kilometers are the paved roads. So we are still behind, is about 30% of, or 33% of our network which is paved. But our intention is to have all our roads paved. We have a gravel road which is roughly 2.8 kilometers. More than 1,000 kilometers are still remaining as earth road and the tracks. These roads are not merely lines on the map. They connect urban centers with rural communities, facilitate trade through our border posts, and sustain our economy. Roads are the critical enablers of the socio-economic development, regional integration, and national resilience. The strategic plan 2026-2031 that brought us together here is a direct response to the painful challenges we face: aging infrastructure, climate-related disruption, the budget that is never sufficient. Our new strategy is anchored on 6 key performance areas, ranging from improving road quality to enhance staff morale as well as financial sustainability. This plan is not developed in isolation with other international, regional, or regional protocols. It aligns with an extended additional development strategy, part 2, and also SADC protocol on transport and meteorology, as well as African Union Agenda 2026. We remain committed to SDG 9, or Sustainable Development Goal 9, which calls for resilient infrastructure and sustainable industry. However, we must conduct the Lesotho's road management system indicates that we require approximately 3 billion per annum over the next decade to restore and preserve the road network. To all our stakeholders, I invite you to engage deeply. Your insight and contributions are invaluable in shaping the robust and responsive plan. Together, we are not just building roads, we are building a more connected Lesotho. Let us ensure that the road to 2031 is one we can all be proud of, to travel on, or to contribute. With these few words, I wish you a very fruitful deliberation and also hereby declare this workshop officially opened.